People are tired. I understand that. Oh, yeah. So thank you for the birthday wishes. It is my birthday. Excited. ELA makes me tired. Understandable. It happens to different people. It's a lot of brain power that happens, so it can tire you out quick. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, how am I going to celebrate? Well, this evening, me and my family are going out to eat. I love hibachi, so we're going to go do that this afternoon. And I'm going out of town this weekend. Some of my teacher friends were going out to eat on Thursday. So yeah, I celebrate like my whole month, birthday month, not birthday day, but yes. So it's gonna be good times, good times. All right, so stuff that we are going to go over today. I'm going to show you guys kind of what you need to make sure that you take care of tomorrow. Keep in mind that tomorrow is a half a day, but you will have no Zoom classes, so it will be a completely asynchronous day for you guys. So keep all of that in mind so that way you are able to log in and do the things that you know that you need to do as far as logging in. I'm going to show you what you need to do for my class. Um, we'll go ahead and go to Canvas. So when you get tomorrow, it's not open for you yet, but it will be open for you tomorrow. It says async day for the 7th, which is your completely async day. The first thing you have to do is your attendance. That is the only way that you are going to be marked present for the day. So when you get there, you're going to click on it, click on the assignment. It looks like this. It's going to tell you to click here to access the form. So once you access it, it's going to look like this. You're going to click next, and you are going to enter your last name, your first name, your student ID, today's date. You choose the calendar, and tomorrow will be the 7th. So you'll click here, and then you'll choose whatever block you are doing your attendance for. So right now it's fourth block. You would select fourth, and then you would go and find your teacher's name. I am K Hewing, not W Hewing. W Hewing is Mr. Hewing. So you need to make sure that you select K Hewing for your teacher's name. You're going to click submit, and it is going to submit your document for you. You do have the ability and the option to check in for all of your teachers through this one document. So in the event that you get to a teacher's class and it's not posted, you can't find it, but you have it available in someone else's class, it's the same form that you submit. You just have to select the correct block number and the correct teacher's name to give you credit for being there on that day. So that'll be the first thing that you do. The second thing, it's not posted yet because I have to finish editing it, but it will be here. The video, like how we're doing class right now, I will make a video. Well, I have made the video. I just have to edit it, and it will be here. So you can watch the video and get the same information as if we were having class together and it was being done there. So that information will be right there for you. The next thing that you will have will be your actual assignment for the day. It's posted. It looks like this. You'll click here to open your document. Document looks like this. You have notes at the top that you're going to do that you can use that presentation to go to do your notes. And my commentary as we'll go through. And then the second part, you're going to practice identifying the different types of structures. We're looking at your comparative anatomy, and you're looking at homologous and vestigial structures and analogous structures is what you're going to be looking for. So all you have to do is in this section, you are going to answer by classifying these structures by vestigial, homologous, and analogous. It'll make sense after you do your notes. The second part you're going to do is, and I did put plenty of videos in there so you can watch the videos and it will better explain it to you. You can also do this part right here. There is a picture that's linked here that you are going to observe the bones and the numbers of bones that are in the picture, and you're just going to record your information in this chart. But like I said, I will explain all of this stuff in the video. Lastly, after you've done that information, you just answer those questions, and you will be done with that particular assignment. So that's what we have set to do on Wednesday. Any questions? Um, do we have to do the attendance for this class at 125? I'm gonna say not necessarily, because they just want you to know that you were checking in with your classes. So if you I mean, it is technically a half a day, but you do have async work for the rest of the day. So if you want to check in at that time, then you can. If you want to do it before then, you can too. But you just have to make sure it gets done within the normal school day hours. So I would say before about 3:30, you need to make sure that you have your attendance submitted by then, and you should be good from there. You will not be able to submit it and do it on Thursday, so you have to make sure that you get it done on Wednesday. Alrighty. So today we're going to do Peppered Moth Lab, and we are going to learn about natural selection and how it actually kind of works in the real world. So I'm going to show you this video. How does the case of the peppered moth demonstrate natural selection? And after we are finished watching the video, then we are going to answer this question in the chat box. So this is what you're looking for. How does the case of the peppered moth demonstrate natural selection?
The peppered moth is a species of moth found in England. There are Their color helped them to blend. The peppered moth is a species of moth found in England. There are two variations of color in the species. Some moths are white with dark speckles, and some moths are dark with light speckles. The peppered moths live in environments with light-colored trees, like birch trees. Which moth do you think has an advantage in this environment? Can you find the moths? There's one more, do you see it? The light-colored moths had an advantage for survival. Their color helped them to blend into their environment and hide from hungry predators like birds. The dark-colored trait was a disadvantage. Moths with this trait were more easily spotted by predators and had a lower chance of survival. Since the light-colored trait had an advantage for survival, it was more commonly seen in the population. This was due to natural selection. Individuals who are best suited for an environment survive longer, reproduce more times, and pass on their genes. Natural selection over many generations can cause noticeable evolutionary changes in a species, and the peppered moth is the perfect example. In the 1800s, the Industrial Revolution took place. Manual labor was taken over by machinery. Factories began to produce goods. These factories were powered by coal. The burning of coal released a lot of pollution. Dark clouds of soot and ash lingered in the air and even settled on the trees. Over time, the once light-colored trees were covered in a layer of dark soot. Which color variation had the advantage after industrialization changed the environment? The dark-colored moths now had the advantage. They were able to blend well into the soiled trees, while the light-colored variation stood out. Light-colored moths were more easily spotted by predators and had a lower chance of survival. They reproduced less often, and the frequency of this trait decreased over time. The dark-colored moths increased in frequency after many successful generations of survival and reproduction. But this story has one more plot twist. It didn't take long for people to realize that air pollution was a major problem. Laws were put into place and factories began to reduce their emissions. The skies were once again clear, and the trees as well returned to their natural light color. As a result, over time, the dark moths decreased in frequency. and the light moths became the more common variation once again. This is evolution by natural selection.
Alrighty, so go ahead and type your answer in the box. How does the case of the peppered moth demonstrate natural selection? Type your answer in the chat box. Alrighty, so let's see what we said. The pepper moth blended into the environment more of as a result that led to more of them being reproduced of that kind. Okay. Um, Soon the white moths were more common because the dark ones were eaten. Okay. Um, Shows how they have different bodies and spots. The type of moth is best suited for its environment at the time was more dominant. All right. Camouflage and the other things around it and the environment. Yeah. Cool. So we got the gist. All right. So you will need the Pepper Moth Lab assignment that is in Canvas. Looks like this. So if you're, gonna give you a few minutes to get there. You're gonna click here where it says for your copy, and you are gonna open a copy of the Peppered Moth Lab. It looks like this. Um, Once you have opened it, it gives you the option to go and click here and it will give you the simulation you need. Once you click there, it's going to open this for you. Chances are you may have to enable your Flash player. So it's like a button that says enable Flash so you can be able to actually do this lab. It is broken up into 4 sections. So we have the life cycle of the peppered moth. We have the pollution and the peppered moth. We have Dr. Kettlewell's tests and natural selection. And then we have a bird's eye view of natural selection. So the assignment itself, it is broken down into the same categories. So the life cycle of the peppered moth, the impact of pollution, Dr. Kettlewell's experiments, and the bird's eye view. So it's literally broken up the same exact way. So all of the information that's in this section will be under this category. All the information that's in this section will be in this category, and so on. So if you click here, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you there are some things that you are going to have to read. There's some stuff that you are going to have to make some decisions about it because it may not be word for word, just like the questions are. So you guys are 8th graders. You can think on your own. I know you can. So you will have to read the information, interpret it, and then answer some of the questions. The way you go through them is you click the arrow button and it will take you through the presentation. Some of the parts of it are a little more information based, where some of them are more thinking and critical thinking and analytical type things. So, but it is broken up into the 4 sections, and you click through it and answer the questions that are on this form. Once you have finished, you are going to submit it to this assignment and you will be done for the day. Does anybody have questions about what we are doing today? Does anybody have questions? Anybody at all? No questions. All right. If you're watching this and you have questions, please send me a message in the inbox on Canvas and I will answer them as soon as I can.